Welcome back. A bill that made headlines in May when it got broad approval in the U.S. House of Representatives is headed to the Senate.
And passage of the Secure Act is likely. So how will it impact you? Sarah Kons and Peter Harbach, attorneys with Hooper Law Office, are with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so Sarah, let's start by what is the Secure Act?
It's a bill that passed the, like you said, passed the House recently. The Senate is reviewing it. There are a couple of versions of it that are being reviewed right now. And essentially what it does, it creates a lot of change around retirement savings. The motivation behind it has to do with encouraging people to save for retirement, encouraging small businesses to set up retirement planning for their employees. And also they're trying to recognize the fact that life expectancies are longer and people are now living longer in retirement. So there are some pretty significant changes around these accounts that they're proposing, some of the biggest we've seen in like the last 10 years.
So how might this act impact estate plans?
So presently, when you pass away and you leave an IRA to somebody other than your spouse, they have an option to take what's often called a tax stretch on it, which is taking required minimum distributions out over their life expectancy. Obviously, younger people have a longer life expectancy than older people. But the version that passed the House, it's going to limit the tax stretch on IRAs to no more than 10 years, except for people who have disabilities or minor individuals. And so accelerating the withdrawals from IRAs to a shorter period of time probably means significantly more tax on those accounts.
So what do people need to do now to prepare for this change that's coming?
Well, because we're still waiting on what exactly some of these changes are going to be, people should stay informed so they know what exactly gets passed. And then making sure that they're talking to professionals, ensuring that how it impacts them individually will be understood by each person. You want to have your estate plan reviewed because there are going to be some pretty significant changes that have to do with estate planning. If you're currently getting your planning done, make sure that the attorney you're working with has a review process in place. So as things change, your plan can be adjusted accordingly.
And Sarah, maybe if somebody has had their plan prepared years ago, is your team able to take a look at that, offer suggestions, and make reviews and modifications now?
Oh, absolutely. It's important to make sure that you understand how your plan works under the current law and how it impacts your loved ones when you're gone.
I heard something about every 5 years at least, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Peter, I know you guys have a seminar coming up. What can people expect there? Certainly you'll cover this topic, but any topic people have questions about, right?
Yeah, we'll be going through everything from disability planning to traditional estate planning, topics like we were just discussing, as well as long-term care expenses and how to afford those in retirement.